Rodrigo to Arsenal, is it even possible? Is it realistic? And how does it fit into Arsenal? There are lots of questions. Let's get into it in this video. Now, before we begin with is Rodrigo even realistic target for Arsenal, we need to look into why is he leaving Real Madrid. Now, the obvious answer is because Madrid have got Vinicius, Mbappe, and Bellingham already in the team, and they're finding it difficult to fit Rodrigo. Now, with Xabi Alonso becoming the new Real Madrid manager, it becomes even more difficult for Rodrigo to fit himself into the team. So that is the main reason why Rodrigo is leaving Real Madrid. Now I saw him. We all watched him in those two games versus Arsenal, and it felt like even though he was a right winger, his main job was to defend. You know, and I thought that it felt wrong for because he's so talented and he's a world class talent. I'm saying a talent because I don't think as a player Madrid have given Rodrigo enough chances to prove himself as world class. They've given more chances to Vinicius. Earlier there was Benzema and Rodrigo was a super sub. Then there was Benzema and Vinicius given the opportunities. Of course, after Benzema left that one season, Rodrigo played a crucial part in that season where they won the Champions League and La Liga. But of course, most of the plaudits went to Vinicius and Bellingham. So it's very it's very debated about whether he's a world class player or not. But surely he's a world class talent, and this is why Madrid are selling him because of course they've got that they had that obsession with Mbappe, so they had to get rid of Rodrigo. Now, how realistic is it for Arsenal to get him? Now, Sky Germany journalist has come out with a tweet and said that Arsenal are seriously looking at Rodrigo and they are genuinely looking to sign him, but it's a very difficult deal. We all knew it was going to be a difficult deal because first of all because of the money, because it's 80 to 100 million minimum, and I think if you want to sign Rodrigo, it's very complicated. There will be other clubs interested. I am personally think that Bayern Munich are going to be the team that are going to be most interested. But till now, as of recording, the only team's name that we have heard with Rodrigo is Arsenal. Whether it is from sources in Spain or in Germany now, in England, the only team that has been associated with Rodrigo is Arsenal. So that's a good thing. But I certainly think teams like Bayern Munich will be interested in Rodrigo. So I think realistically, it is of course realistic, but can Arsenal get it done? And I think they should. I think Rodrigo fits in like a glove in this team. I think left wing, okay, we have Martinelli and Trossard. I think one of them should leave, probably Trossard. I think we keep Martinelli and get rid of Trossard and bring in Rodrigo. I think that will suit him perfectly. I think him coming into Arsenal will lead him to become the main man. I think he'll become the main man. He'll be the most talked about transfer, and he comes in for a lot of money, and he finally will have a stage where he can prove himself, where he can say to the world that okay, you talk about Vinicius, about Mbappe, but you need to have a look at me because he's amazing, Rodrigo, and he deserves the opportunity to showcase that. And him and Saka will be the main men for Arsenal then. So I think he's completely ready for it. I think he suits us. Tactically, he's very strong. I think that's what I took out of those two games against Madrid. He's tactically good and he's tactically very aware about what he needs to do. So that's a good thing because Mikel Arteta wingers, we always know they have to be tactically really good, and he tracks back a lot. And I think that's a quality which Arteta of course loves because our wingers are there, everywhere. They're running the whole game. So I think it's really good that Rodrigo is tactically good. Now, do I think we can do it? We have to. I mean, and it's not an excuse for not signing a striker, okay? Let's make this clear. Signing Rodrigo does not mean we don't have to sign a Gyökeres or a Šeško. It's going to be expensive, but if you look at it, Šeško is 70-80 million, probably 60-70. Gyökeres is 60 million, that's for sure. He's got that release clause thing. I think it's 54 something to 60 million. So he's that, and Rodrigo might be 100 at max. So if you have to splash the cash, for me, you can get rid of the likes of, Trossard and Fabio Vieira. Not that I hate Trossard, I really like Trossard. But if you have to upgrade, I think it's about time you bring in fresh faces, and you bring in faces who are going to be, the face of the club. You don't need to bring in players and we'll develop them and we'll. I don't think we are at that point now. I think this team, we have to start winning something. We saw Spurs win a trophy in Europa, and just don't get me started on that. Just a nightmare. But we have to start winning stuff. We have to start winning the Premier Leagues and the Champions Leagues, and we are competing. Competing is not an issue now. It's about winning. And I think Rodrigo and Jokeres, whatever his pronunciation is, are two top players. Now, uh, what the rating would I give if to the transfer of Rodrigo to Arsenal? 10 on 10. I think he's perfect. Rodrigo is perfect for Arsenal. I think Berta knows it, Arteta knows it. I think even Rodrigo knows it to a certain point that he will perfectly fit in to that left wing position for Arsenal. It's all about, can we make the transfer? Can we deal with the agents? Can we deal with Madrid? Can we get the best deal out of it for ourselves? And we have to get in on Rodrigo. I I beg and pray to the Arsenal board, please get him in. He's a top player. He'll improve us massively. Please get Rodrigo in. I think it's just so obvious we need to get Rodrigo in. Not at a cost of a striker though. That's the most important thing. We can't be going and spending 100 million Rodrigo and saying we aren't signing a striker because we spend this much on Rodrigo. That's not done. That's not what we have to do. We have to get in a striker and Rodrigo. So I would just beg to the Arsenal board, please get him in. He's a top player. I think it will suit us. And it's very interesting that Arsenal are moving so fast, and we've already got Zubimendi. We need to move quick. We need to move quick. We need to get these players in so that when we start the preseason, we are not playing that Club World Cup thing. So if we start the preseason already, all players in, everybody is fit, everybody is going into it. Tactically, it helps the new players, and also first game of the season we are ready. This season, first game, second game, first month, second month, bang, we need to start quick. We need to be there at the top since the beginning and lay down a marker for anyone who is below us, whether it's Liverpool, City, Chelsea, anyone. Just go in there, lay that marker up, and say, okay, we are here, we are not messing about this time. And that statement goes from the transfer window. That statement goes right from the transfer window to the end. That we are not messing about now. We are here and we are here to win. So yeah, tell me what you guys think about Rodrigo to Arsenal. I am actually very excited about it. And yeah, let's see what happens.